Welcome back to Check Please, the podcast where we play D&D, but it was actually Pathfinder all along. Last time, our heroes ventured into the vast and dangerous Red Plains to scout out an invading force. There, they met with a local centaur tribe and observed the invading orc army. The party now heads back towards the border of Vil to warn of the impending invasion.
Okay, so you ride through the night, and through the next day you arrive. You are fatigued as a group, but you arrive back at the Citadel.
Soul's ears are super droopy, and their posture is just god-awful.
I'm just trying
They're kind of like leaning their head on top of Markus. Just like, yeah.
I'm just like patting my pony. I'm like, you look up, but we're almost there.
Okay, so you arrive and you see that more soldiers have arrived from various points in the country, and it's now fairly crowded in and around the Citadel. They're definitely getting ready for this invading force to arrive.
Soul looks for the captain that handed them the letter.
Okay, you find him busily organizing people and instructing other soldiers how to like put together defenses, how to build traps and things. Anyway, you find him and he asks for a report.
Soul looks at Lovette. He's
Yes,
shot.
one moment. So, there are two major forces. They are separate. There is one of between 300 and 600 troops, and the second was several thousand.
It's like several thousand. That's the best you have?
I believe about 5,000 troops.
5,000.
Yes.
All right.
You have to be exact with him.
He repeats the number sort of sadly. 5,000.
Yes. So, is there anything we can do to help with the defense?
Yeah, he asked you guys to come with him, to park your carriage and follow him into the keep.
Oh, okay. Soul's gonna put the horses away for everyone.
Okay.
I figured there were like troops to do that when we got
Yeah,
there.
they'll take your stuff and board and all your stuff, so don't worry about all that. So anyway, he takes you into the inner courtyard, which you can see is also filled with soldiers getting ready and building things. And then he takes you into the keep, which is a large stone building that has sort of an imposing facade. Inside is a number of other officers. They're talking and holding parchment and arguing about deployments and strategy and patterns and things. When you guys arrive, you see he goes up to an older gentleman, salutes him, and introduces you guys to him. Says that it is Commander Ernst Barwald, commander of the Citadel. And the officer you were talking to asks you to relay your information again directly to him.
Oh, me again. Okay.
Yep, Soul nudges Lovette.
So we have seen, I believe, 600 ground troops in the 4 of us, and in a subsequent force of approximately 5,000 additional troops. They are separated. We were not able to identify why, but they seem to have some sort of purposeful distinction between the groups, and we did not see any sort of information traveling between them.
Did you say something about flags before?
Yes, the flags of the forward group were all unified, the same color. The behind group had many banners of different markings.
Okay, do you want to go ahead and describe the markings you saw?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you described everything in detail that you can to the commander. He asks if you know whether or not they will attack the fort or bypass it.
We were not able to identify this.
He asks if you know if they'll attack with just a smaller group or with both groups.
I would count on them attacking with both groups based on how they have been moving through this, what do they call the Redlands?
The Red Plains.
The plains.
They may not be connected, but they're still moving in the same direction every time.
And they have been scorching the earth on their way, but they are moving down the road.
So far.
So far.
He asks if you know their intentions.
Their intentions seem to be mostly destructive. Like I said, they have been killing and eating everything in their way. We did not speak with any of them. There was not part of instruction. It's also worth noting there may be a rogue element here that is complicating the matter.
Yes, the centaurs of the land were attacked by a couple of men from the east in our area of Vil, which makes moving through the lands very complicated for us.
And any kind of alignment that we can have with the centaurs.
True. It is their land, after all.
I am assuming this isn't something you did not know of before?
Soul gestures to Vera to take out the symbol.
I take out a drawing of the symbol.
Does this look familiar to any of you?
None of the officers recognize it.
If you see men with these symbols on them, they're our enemy too.
They should be detained.
Well, we don't currently have the inclination or manpower to deal with a border dispute with the Centaurs right now. We have an invasion force barreling down on us that outnumber us 2-1. So,
yes.
If you have nothing else to report, I would ask that you let us prepare our defenses.
Is there any way we can help with the defense?
He sort of thinks for a moment and says, if you could provide me with more information, why they travel separate, what their intentions are, whether they intend to attack in one group or in two, whether they intend to bypass us completely. These are all important pieces of information that we do not have.
Question, did we tell him that the second group is an amalgamation?
Yeah, you guys mentioned
We
all
did
that.
tell.
Yep.
I didn't know if that was
So
important.
he says there's still too many unanswered questions to mount a cohesive defense.
Okay. Do you have any message scrolls that I could use?
He nods to a nearby scribe who walks up and hands you 3.
Oh, that is very useful.
Okay. I think I know a way to find out those men, but I don't know if that's actually going to help the situation.
I don't think that finding out the men is really a problem.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know how we're going to do this.
Well, I feel a little vindicated, but also mostly upset.
Well, how can we get more information without getting ourselves killed is the question.
I would love to go around the group, to be honest, and see what they do more specifically, but I don't think going in the grasslands. I don't want to go against the promises we've made the Centaurs.
The Centaurs gave you guys a pass.
But I thought it was just through the road, not the grasslands themselves.
Was that okay?
I mean, I thought they said they gave you a pass. If I did not,
Well,
I apologize.
You said they gave us a pass, but you didn't
Specify that
what
it was
the pass
like,
was.
yeah.
Oh,
Because before
yeah.
they just said the treaty was to only stay on the road.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But the treaty's broken, so that's all ancient history at this point. Treaty's broken as soon as Hair Like Fire got attacked. Or Hair of the Sun? Fuck. I already forgot her name.
Okay. Should
Hair
we
of
go
the
back
dog.
out and scout?
Oh yeah, let's go right back to where we...
Hair of the Sun, yeah.
So glad we came all the way back here to find out.
I didn't know!
As hell. Oh yeah, and you were so concerned.
Soul pushes Lovette over.
Shut up!
Just fucking stay lying on the floor.
I'm tired. We've been traveling all night. I'm frustrated. I don't actually want to deal with this. I just want to go home. Soul stomps out of the room.
You and me both still stuff. That's a person. But
Soul is like
Black.
by the horses and just pouting, waiting for everyone else to come.
I'm gonna lie there until somebody makes me up. Like, I figure eventually one of the guards is gonna
one of the
just lie
officers
there.
is just going to be like, are you alright?
Is it okay if I sleep here?
No.
Soul is readying the horses to get up and go already.
Alright. Double fatigued.
I don't think we should do that.
I go up to Soul. So, what should we do?
I don't know. This is a lot harder than I thought any of this would be.
Vera does not know how to deal with Soul cry.
I walk back on this. I'm like, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. Sorry.
Things were so much easier before. I made a terrible decision.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have left. I shouldn't have gone to the Telic house or with any of you. I should have just gone back.
Why?
No.
Because
no.
things were easy? Is that better? These things are easy?
Soul is tempted to push Lovette over again.
Have you made friends like this before? I have not. I have never met anyone like any of you.
Certainly haven't met me before.
And I wouldn't have certainly not. And I wouldn't have met any of you if I just stuck with what is easy.
But
Sometimes you're just stuck when nothing is easy. You have to deal with it.
you think things were easy for me before?
Just poignantly don't respond.
You don't think that I've been trying for so many different things to make everyone happy, and now that it's me, I don't know what I want? Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want this. Whatever's happening, I don't want any of this.
So maybe you should go.
What?
Man,
Oh.
No.
I wouldn't want you to be here and unhappy. Let me. I'm gonna pull out my compass. Where is it pointing right now?
Your compass is pointing east.
Whether we're here or not, this is happening.
Well, you know what? There is one other option, you know? We could just leave. This is not the first time I've had this kind of thing on my hands. I can deal with a little more blood. Is that what we want to do?
Soul
We
gets
just
on
got
their
to go.
horse. I'm going to go scout. I don't want any of this. And Soul, like, wipes their face from their tears and stuff. And I
Maybe you
never
should-
wish to be spoken to as such ever again. Do you understand me?
Fine.
Soul, like, reaches their hand out for Markus.
Imagine you very angrily putting like Markus in like a little baby like carrier, just, like strapped to your back.
No.
No,
Like a
Markus is
like
in
a-
front of them.
Oh, I don't have like a bicycle seat in the back.
No. Soul makes sure that you're
Aw.
secure and safe by being in front of them. They're concerned about your well-being currently.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Yeah, don't talk about it. Soul's not in the mood for talking. He's just like, here. Just grabs him and brings him up and is just like, shall we go?
Let's to battle.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right.
Soul looks at Vera and, like, waiting for your response of what to do.
I'll follow you.
Soul
so,
nods.
So you want to go scout out what's going on?
More properly. Yes, I suppose.
I think that's a good idea, because if we can find a weakness or find something that could help.
Soul pats Markus on the head. Good, Markus.
It might not be easy here, Joel, but I need you here. If you weren't here, Mellifera would have no one, and I wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
Then we better fucking live so we can keep getting some more fur, eh?
Beardy,
Yeah.
is there a knowledge I can do to see if the orcs are historically ever open to diplomacy?
I mean, you've never heard of such a thing, but
Might as well try.
not impossible, at least.
I mean, Markus is halfling. He could go hide in the...
No, you're on my
hide.
horse. You can't hide right now.
Just go
It's
drop
too
him
late.
Drop him in the grass. He'll go hide.
Wait, is everyone heading out right now?
I think we have to sleep first.
Do
I
we?
assume.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, we're fatigued.
Yeah.
We are.
Bad
If you
idea
wanted to
to
skip
go
rest
running
again, then you'd go from fatigued to exhausted.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
Fine. So Soul leads the horse back to the stable and just flops on some hay again.
Okay.
Grumple.
Go find an isolated corner in the
Fumes.
cart, and I just kind of. So I guess if his thing is like binary, if I do like Morse code, then he would be able to understand that. Maybe, I don't know. Archie, sorry, I'm gonna pop him out and just chat with him,
Okay.
but I'm doing it in his language so that no one can understand us.
Cool.
Other people don't know what he's saying, but I'm mostly just trying to get his read on the situation and trying to find out if I'm doing something wrong and why everybody doesn't like me. I'm like, you know what? He's got the most objective. He'll give it to me straight.
And what does he say?
Yeah.
Archie is computing. He says that you have been the most level-headed member of the party. Your suggestions seem to make the most sense, and everyone else is behaving erratically.
Thank you. Maybe I need to be more epic. I don't know, Archie. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
How many hours have passed during this conversation?
What, between him and Archie?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's up to him.
Oh, probably not that long.
Yeah, okay.
Like, as long as it would take to get that response, I guess. Well, I don't know, maybe like an hour and a half.
Soul would still be meditating.
Okay.
Soul only needs 4 hours of rest normally, but I don't know if it needs to be longer when you're fatigued.
No. 4 hours is fine.
Okay. Soul gets up early before everyone, gets their horse out, brushes and scrapes the hooves, and then starts to work on Vera's. That's all kind of taken care of. They kind of leave the dust that comes off of their coats, like, everywhere. They're just like, eh. They were more kind about their surroundings before. And after they're all cleaned up, Soul takes their horse and kind of sits outside the gate and kind of looks around.
Okay. Well, as you approach the gate, you hear a bit of commotion.
A commotion?
Mm-hmm. You hear a bit of a commotion. The gates are currently open, but you can see that someone is being barred from entry. As you approach, you hear, "But I know I can help."
I run over to where it is.
You can see...
Yay!
Makes a lot of noise! Woohoo!
You see makes a lot of noise standing at the entrance to the Citadel, saying that she knows she can help her new friends.
Soul runs over and just goes, "She's with me! Please!"
The guards are sort of wary about this whole thing, knowing of the tense situation between the Centaurs and the nation of Vil. But since one of their mercenaries is saying they're with them, they kind of relent and let her pass.
Soul runs up too, makes a lot of noise. "Hello!"
I wasn't sure if I would find you, but I figured I would follow the road because that leads into two-leg territory, and I stopped at the first place that I found, and it was this place, and I asked if you were here, and they didn't know who you were, and I said I could help, and then you're here!
I am! What name did you give them?
I do understand two-leg society.
What name did you give them?
What?
You asked if I was here. Did you give them a name to find me?
What was the name you told her when you introduced yourself to her in the village?
Soul gave their full name, Soliana Polyhymnia.
Yeah, that's the name she would have given.
Fuck.
It's the only name she knew. It's the only name she had.
Oh, God. I used a different name in different towns.
Oh, like Malin.
Yes, like Malin. Different nicknames, yes.
This one I'm known as Benadryl.
Soul just reaches their hands up to, like, just kind of, if makes a lot of noise, wants to hold hands or something. Soul's just kind of there. Give support.
This is all very exciting.
Yes, I'm sure. Have you ever been outside of the grasslands?
She shakes her head no.
Ah, wonderful.
It's so green here.
Yes it is. You said you could be of assistance. May I ask of what?
Well, I knew that orc army was going to come and try to fight the two legs, and I knew that they're not all bad because you're not fast enough to get out of the way. So
we aren't, and our villages are not removable like yours.
She nods her head. I know, it's very sad.
I kind of put my hand on her arm, I guess,
and
I say, "I know we're dreadful creatures, but we are very kind as long as others are kind to us, it seems. I would really appreciate your help immensely."
She, just smiles, just from, ear to ear. She's just super happy to hear that. I knew it would be helpful. I told my sister it would be helpful.
You're so sweet. Do you happen to know Orcish?
Well, her eyes kind of go wide. No, but she starts going through some of her saddlebags, and then she stops and then turns the other side and starts to go through those saddlebags. She's I know it's in here somewhere. Here it is. She pulls out a scroll and then drops it, and then reaches down and picks it back up and hands it to you.
What is the scroll?
It is a magical scroll. It's a spell. It's a spell. I can learn it.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Comprehend Languages.
Wonderful. Soul is very happy with this scroll. And how long does it last?
Well, it would last about 30 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to see if others have more like these. We might need more. Soul hands you the scroll. Would you mind coming with me and walking with me?
She claps her hands. Of course!
And Soul starts heading to the main keep to request for more scrolls.
Okay. The military doesn't have any additional comprehend language scrolls.
They don't. Okay.
No, they don't keep them on hand. They have messages for messaging, but they don't have any comprehend languages.
Well, it's what we got.
She says that she's now added it to her spell book because she didn't know if it would be useful or not because she already learned how to speak Vilish, so she didn't figure that she needed to have that on hand, but if you'd like, she can add it to her spell book, and then she can cast it whenever you need.
Yes, that would be lovely. Maybe
only a few times a day, but she could cast it a few times.
I think that would help. Yes, we're going to attempt to watch the orc army and
if need be, communicate with them.
She shakes her head and goes, all right. And she just, like, immediately flops to the ground. And, like, takes out the scroll and takes out a book and just, like, a quill and some ink and just starts writing.
Oh. Soul is unsure what to do with themselves, so they're just kind of, like, fidgeting awkwardly next to her.
Everyone else is asleep, right?
Everyone's still asleep.
It's kind of a time-consuming process.
Yeah. Is there anything I could
Busy.
get you in the meantime?
Busy.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're busy.
Lots to learn, lots to concentrate on. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Everyone's still sleeping. I'll leave you to it. Soul goes to walk away. Away.
Speaking of which...
No, she's a wizard.
Oh, speaking of wizards. Speaking of the devil, I don't really care.
But you said, speaking of which, is there something you wanted to say?
Oh, well, I mean, everyone else is still sleeping.
Soul's gonna use message and see if they can reach Grow.
Nice. Alright, what does the message consist of?
Do you wish to meet at all?
The answer is where and when.
Perhaps outside the gates, unless you think there's a better idea. I'll listen to you.
The response is outside gates is fine. When?
Soon? Like, in a couple minutes?
The response is I'll be there.
Okay. Oh god! Soul, you're an idiot! Alright, Soul goes out there with their horse. Because they've just kind of been towing this poor horse around.
Yeah, poor horse. It's just like, dude.
I don't know where we're going.
Okay, so you're out of the Citadel, and a few minutes later, you see Grow is just sort of, like, he wasn't there, and then he is there.
Soul doesn't know how to greet him.
He walks up to get into conversational range with you.
Soul kind of, like, looks around and then is like, maybe we should go around a wall, at least. Or something.
Right, he nods and follows you.
And so now we're out of view pretty well.
You're out of view of pretty much everybody, yeah.
Yeah. So, how have you been?
He looks at you and he says, I've been thinking about things.
Me too.
I see that you dropped that accent.
It
that-
comes and goes.
Is that for my benefit?
Soul kind of like moves their head back and forth, debating. I don't know. It's familiar with you.
He shakes his head.
What would you prefer?
So you ask what you would prefer. He's going to take a step forward and kind of get up in your personal space.
Soul attempts to take a step back in response.
Okay. He doesn't stop you.
Okay.
He says that he's missed you quite a bit.
Are you sure? Maybe I... Soul seems to just stumble on their words right now. They don't know what to talk about. I suppose I just wanted to see you.
See, Gross says that it's been more than a year, and he's trying to understand where you're coming from.
I don't know if I know where I'm coming from right now. I forgot it's been a year. It wasn't really a year for me at all. Actually, it was quite fast. Actually, it felt like just a week in between that year. Soul kind of like scruffles their own hair, like on the shave side that's starting to like probably has like an inch longer now that it's been at least a month where our party's been in real time. And just kind of looks at him and is just like, so how is the village? If you've been there at all.
He nods and says, I have. In the last year, I've advanced my studies quite a bit. If
that's good. That's good.
I actually have a spell that would allow you to go there if you wanted.
Oh god. Soul reaches out for a second to like grab onto his like sleeve of his clothing. Kind of clutches it for a second, a little squeeze, and then releases and goes, I can't right now. Not yet. But I think soon, maybe.
Grow nods without saying anything.
And Soul takes out their ring that they've kept in their pouch, and they kind of like direct it at him and say, could you enchant this again so that you can make sure I'm safe?
Grow smiles. He takes it from your hand, says a few words over it, and you see like a little tiny bolt of electricity, just a little tiny like static little zip go from his finger to the ring, and then he holds the ring in his right hand and he holds out his left hand palm up toward you.
I give him my right hand.
He holds it and places it ever so gently on your finger, and then says that the spell has to be sealed, and he kind of leans forward and gives you a kiss on the mouth.
Oh, God, no! Soul attempts to push him away.
Yeah, okay.
Soul looks very flustered. Don't do that again without asking me.
He nods and says, I'm sorry, it's the way the spell works.
I suppose I did ask you, Tech. Soul is very huffy at the moment. I'm about to do something that's very rash and stupid, and if something seems to happen to me or happens to be close to happening to me, I request that you assist me and take me back home.
He nods and says that to do that, all you would need to do is hold the ring to your mouth and speak his name.
Oh, fuck. Gross. Okay. It will be so.
He gives you a deep, reverent bow.
Of course he would. Piece of shit. Soul, like, kind of does, like, a reach-out thing where they're gonna, like, grab onto him and then chooses not to and just holds their hands back to themselves. But they kind of walk forward and they put their head down and just kind of, like, headbutt into his chest, kind of, but, like, really gently.
He puts his arms around you. Sort of just holds you for a little while.
I don't want to do this.
Sort of just holds you for a while.
Oh, so gross! So you are a fucking idiot! And Soul just kind of goes, I don't want to do this. I really don't. If you could, though, make sure the others don't get hurt, too.
Tell them not to shoot me again. Sort of in a almost a joking tone.
Soul kind of, like, leans their head back and then kind of does a more forceful headbutt into his chest. Like, just a shut up kind of gesture. I know they're not the smartest sometimes, but they mean well.
Ouch.
Soul kind of, like, starts to tug away to get out of the hug.
Okay. He holds for an extra second, then lets you go.
So they kiss Girl on the cheek and then run off.
If you at all, like, look back to see him again one last time, he is already gone.
Yeah, Soul does that.
Okay. Like,
just like,
you turn to look and he's already vanished. Like, he's already as if he was never there.
And then Soul goes back into the fort.
You see makes a lot of noise talking to a bunch of soldiers and, like, asking some really random questions.
Makes a lot of noise. Have you finished?
Oh yes, the spell's been copied. So all I would need to do now is prepare it for casting, and that would take about 4 or 5 hours.
4 hours?
4 or 5 hours, maybe 6.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure everyone's still asleep. Could have told me that so I could spend more time with. Anyways,
what do you mean? Who are you spending time with? You said all of your friends were asleep. Do you have another friend? She claps excitedly. Can I meet your other friend?
Oh, maybe later. Yeah, he's already gone. He's already gone. Yeah, he's gone.
She turns her head to the side. She's like, your voice changes a lot.
Yeah, it sure does. But you know, as long as you're okay with it, I'm okay with it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go prepare these spells.
You got it. Is there any place you want to go in specific to do that?
She thinks for a second and goes, nope, and just flops down on the ground immediately where she's at.
Okay. Soul kind of flops down too and just, like, has their face down in the grass. It's like, oh god, what am I doing?
Alright, so some time passes. The rest of the party finishes their rest and wakes up to find Soul face down in the grass next to Makes a Lot of Noise, who is, like, nose in book reading.
Good morning, everyone.
Are you awake?
I roll over so that, like, Soul's on their back and stuff, looking at everyone. Good morning. Okay. Sorry, I've been up for a while.
Good morning. Where's breakfast?
Soul thinks about it. You know, I honestly did not think to do it this time. I was preoccupied. Did you notice that Makes a Lot of Noises here?
Shh, studying.
Of course. Yeah, don't interrupt. Gosh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I want to apologize for how I spoke to you earlier. I was not exactly being fair. I was very tired at the moment and just frustrated about things, but I should not have taken that on you.
It's
Lovette, don't worry about it. We were all tired. We're gonna take care of this in one way or another. Actually, it makes a lot of noise.
Studying.
Right.
It's worth saying also, sorry. But I'm glad you're not going to... I do not actually want you to leave.
Soul kind of like fidgets their hands a little.
Yeah.
We're gonna be A-okay. As long as no one shoots any arrows at anyone, we should be okay.
No, it should be fine. She put on a scope.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of shooting, I think, going on very soon.
Yeah, but like, not anyone we may know. Like, definitely not makes a lot of noise like you want to shoot her.
Shh!
No,
Studying!
Of course not.
Right, sorry. She's actually learning, she's learning how to use a spell so that she can use Orcish for us.
So this is very good.
I'm being helpful.
And she is. She's so good. And Soul gives her, like, a happy little tap, like, pat.
Shh! Studying!
Right. So, we're gonna figure this out. We definitely are.
Alright, good.
And Soul kind of, like, sits up. And I assume actually sitting up Soul's probably the same height as Lovette.
Beardy.
Yeah, that's about right. What's up?
Would Markus be able to help her study?
No, she's memorizing spells right now.
Oh, so
Soul's the same height as Lovette sitting up there. 50% legs and 50% torso.
Well, that's
Either way, Soul hugs you.
Well, isn't that the proper proportion?
Not really.
Torsos are a little bit shorter, normally, than legs.
I don't know. I don't
Either
want to
way,
think of proportions.
I don't want to think of proportions right now. Either way, you're
I'll
not
leave
too
me
far
mouse
up.
Required. I'll leave
Soul
them
just
up
kinda
required
like-
to hug back.
Gives a hug. It's just like, we're gonna fix this as much as we can, and if we can't, we're gonna figure out a way that we all survive.
Okay.
And Soul looks up at Vera and says, besides, we gotta get more members, right? Can't die now.
That's right.
Maybe it's the orcs who want to join your...
I don't think they would fit the bill. Really.
Soul shrugs and is just like, I don't know who's allowed. It's not my religion.
Especially if we're talking to ones that won't even commingle with their own people.
I don't know. Outcasts can be very interesting people. I mean, I met one when I was little.
Am I an outcast? Maybe I am. Never mind, studying.
Oh,
So
keep going.
the group has their conversation as the camera slowly pans out. Hey everybody, welcome back. So, last time you guys were heading west, back to try to check on dim orcs again, because apparently the commander of Viscart Citadel was not really happy with your all's intelligence.
Asshole.
He's
I have
like,
low intelligence.
he's like, hey, so what are they going to do? And you guys are like, we don't know. It's a shitload
They're
of orcs.
coming this way to kill everyone. Probably.
We knew what they were going to do. They're going to kill everyone. And he didn't like that answer.
Nah,
Yeah, and
didn't.
he was like, give me more. And we were like, fuck. And then we found out we could have gone in the grass. But, as a side note, I would like us to be extremely cautious because the centaur group we found is the nicest one in those fields. The nicest ones. So I would like us all to, think about it and know that those fuckers will kill us if they're from any other tribe, probably.
Probably.
Is Soul saying this or Keni saying this?
This is Keni saying this. This is strategy right now.
Okay.
This is implanting potentials for failure.
No, me and Beardy have already talked about this previously.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he was the one that warned me, and I was like, oh shit, the rest of our party should know. Just in case. Because usually when he warns me like that, I'm like, oh, but that won't happen, and then it does.
So we got
Then,
we got permission to go in the grass, but we're still gonna get shot?
We might. We just have to be aware of our surroundings.
It's like someone had texted me like, yeah, come over here. I don't know why I gave
And
them a
then
weird accent.
Yeah, that was weird.
hey, come over here.
So, we have fully rested.
Yes.
Makes a lot of noises with us now.
Yeah,
I have
she's
hugged
traveling
Lovette.
because she thinks she can help.
Yeah.
She can help.
And so, I'm assuming we're back on the road unless we wanted to roleplay something else in that fort.
Yeah, did anyone need to do anything before you guys left the Citadel again?
Write a will and testament.
I guess not yet. I mean, I would like to list it. So if there's that, group of guys being taught about, basic defenses. I kind of want to listen in on that for a little bit, get an idea of what kind of stuff they're making, so I can work on plans for improving it if need be.
Okay, so the idea is they're basically just going to be loading the walls with archers and putting like spikes and battlement things along the bottoms of the walls to make it harder to mount siege ladders. They're assuming the orcs don't have heavy siege equipment constructed, so the only thing they would need to worry about would be siege ladders, so they're putting spikes and things along the bottoms of the walls to make it harder to actually place the siege ladders into place, and buy the archers time to shoot more of them. Aside from that, that's pretty much all they've got. They don't really have much in the way of like heavy anti-siege weaponry, like mounted ballistas or catapults or anything like that. They just have arrow towers.
I remember the other thing I wanted to do last time, but we had to cut off. I didn't get to talk to Malin. So I want to. So whenever she's done with her reading,
yeah, that's fine. So when she's finally done studying, like after she was like shushing you guys whenever you're talking to her, she's just like sitting there like reading, and then just all like very quickly she just like grabs the book and closes it very very fast and puts it back in her bag, and she's done now.
Hey,
Good job.
Thanks.
Markus.
It's a lot of hard work.
Absolutely adorable. That good. Precious.
Is Markus just talking out loud like this?
I think so, yeah. I think Markus just says
he
this sort of
is.
thing out into the air. He just emotes.
Everyone
this.
stares at Markus.
I feel
No,
like
I'm just ignoring it.
I feel like it makes a lot of noise to be fine with that.
Yeah, probably. Soul just stares at Markus like, what the fuck, man?
She's adorable, and you know it.
That's great. You just... Soul goes over and just starts ruffling Marcus's hair, like, kindly. It's okay. You're just complimenting her. It's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adorable.
Yeah, she is, isn't she?
Makes a lot of noise. Just kind of it's like stands back up and just kind of blinks and looks at you all.
Malin,
Ugh.
so you. I'm surprised to see you also out here. How are you?
Oh,
able
right.
to come
I
here?
found her.
Well,
Yes.
I knew that you all couldn't run away because you aren't as fast as we are, so you would have to fight the orcs, and that's not very good. And I figured that I could help.
It was my previous understanding, though, that you were barred from leaving, or at least coming here.
Well, they don't exactly know I'm here, but it's okay.
I see.
Girl from my own heart.
Well, that's fine by me. You seem like you would be happier out here, now that you've already gone.
She doesn't quite understand what you mean. She kind of just turns her head to the side.
Soul steps back with Markus, still like petting his hair and just listening.
I won't press it. Can I ask you a favor, though?
What? What's going on?
Oh my god.
Could I ride on your back?
She she kind of like holds her arms up to to the sides of her face, and you think you might see tears like welling up in her eyes.
So I know what that means. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to mean it.
Alright, let me make a quick roll here. Yeah, okay. So she just makes a combat maneuver there. So she just leaps forward, grabs you, and throws you onto her back.
Okay.
Now, the first thing you'll notice is she doesn't actually have like a saddle on of any kind.
Yeah.
She's got like a collection of
Your
bags
poor
and
vagina.
bags and satchels and like mats and all sorts of things. Like she's got like a fully kitted out equipment list on her back. There's not a chair, like there's no saddle, there's nowhere to sit. So it's real uncomfortable.
Especially for someone with tiny legs!
Well, I hate an idea. I'll kind of roll. I want to try and sit like back to back, the same way I did when Archie was in tauric form, so that I use her back as kind of like a chair, and then she also has something to lean against.
Soul is just watching.
Is this okay? Is this comfortable?
Is this good for you?
She's like, I mean, you're so light. It's like basically just another backpack.
Okay.
Soul looks over at Vera, attempting to stifle their laugh.
The actually, what's interesting is that the ease at which she picked you up. You get the sense she's actually pretty damn strong, physically speaking. She doesn't look it.
She's picked up Soul before.
But she's like, she's a centaur, so they're just pretty damn strong.
Lovette may be swooning just a little bit.
Think about it though. Most horses are really strong, so it would stand to reason that something that has the bottom half is horse would be very strong, theoretically.
Oh, look at you, Markus, being all smart.
He's smart.
He's so smart. Pat, pat, pat.
Well, I guess if Lovette's riding on Makes a Lot of Noise, then I'll just have Markus on my horse, and then you're good to go, right, Vera?
Of course.
Cool, we don't have to rent a pony.
Yep, the pony deserves a rest. He worked hard.
Don't worry, Markus, I got you on my ride.
What?
I'll take care of you. Soul is very much so doting on Markus since the last trip.
So
we head out?
yeah,
I'm good with that?
Oh yeah, we still don't know about all that. Sorry.
All what?
About Marcus's thing.
Yeah.
Nobody but you knows about it.
Soul told no one.
You know, I don't know that we'd care that much anyway, so it's okay. Love it. Just be like, well, that's fucked.
Shall we go talk to the orcs, everybody?
Are we going to be talking to them?
Well, Makes a Lot of Noise and memorized a spell just so we could talk to them.
Yo,
Lovette, do you want to talk to them?
I could try, and so I feel like getting the best out of people has been more your thing.
I just feel that
I will help you strategize, though.
there's a very... I don't see it as a good plan to walk up to a invading army.
Yeah.
Do any of you have the ability to change one's appearance magically? Some sort of disguise?
Be invisible.
That's made to make things worse.
I do not have masks of many faces.
I have chameleon scales, but that's a dumb spell.
Oh, you got a magical girl spell, though. That looks pretty weird.
That's true. It doesn't
Weird might not be what we're going for. Weird, we've already got
it'd
weird
be
down.
different than a human.
Yes, but we've already got weird down.
That
Like-
spells for perfection.
Of course, Vera. Whatever you
Anyway,
say.
also, that I don't know how smart these orcs are. That might make her look more like a centaur to them, and that could be bad for us. That they could make you a target.
Wait, you think they hate centaurs?
Well, I think that they are probably on the lookout for them.
I think they may hate everyone.
Yeah,
That's the impression I am under as well.
but there's still that
okay.
separated camp. God, I really don't want to do this. Can't we just tell everyone to just run?
Sorry, I don't want to climb down from here, but I understand. I know, but we'll handle this, okay? We can do this.
Soul looks down at the ring and looks up at everyone and is just like, okay.
I don't know if we can pull all of this off ourselves, but we will get out of this alive.
Shall we start riding?
Alright, I think we should first scout them out, see if they're even slightly worth talking to.
Agreed.
Then we will work from there.
Agreed.
All right.
Alright.
So the plan was to travel west so you find their group again, and then
Kind of observe them for a bit, and then if it seems like talking is okay, we'll do that. But
Okay.
for right now, we're scouting.
all right. Give me a survival check as well as a stealth check. I need one from the whole group, so whoever's
Oh, okay.
taking point basically. So put your best
Vera.
survivalist stealth guy.
Vera.
Is it the same person for both?
Same person for both.
Okay, then yeah, definitely we are.
Oh, thank God. That
Mm-hmm.
was 29 for survival. Good job.
18 for stealth.
18 for
18.
stealth.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Let me make a couple of rolls here. Okay. All right. So you guys travel west, and for about a day, you don't really see anything. You camp the night. Nothing major happens overnight unless you guys want to do an ERP.
Oh wow, we travel more than days, that's right. I do want to spend some time talking to Makes a Lot of Noise about, like, I want to make our early exchange, talk about, she'll teach me some about alchemy, and I'll teach her some stuff about the world.
Okay. So yeah. So since you're riding on her back anyway, she kind of like you end up talking with her most of the day. You get the sense that she really like loves her people and her family. She just doesn't quite buy into the distrust and hatred, distrust bordering on hatred of the two legs that everyone else in her village seems to have. Everyone else in her clan, her tribe. So, yeah, you get the sense that she's happy. She loves her family, but she is also interested in helping where she can. Like I said, she tells you her origin again if you ask, and it's basically that she found a bunch of books as a child. Found like a discarded satchel from a wizard that was basically like a low-level wizard's book, reagent pouch, and like collected journals and things. And she was like immediately like was fascinated by it. Learned to read Common from the wise woman in their clan, and then she went on to kind of become a novice practicing wizard.
Wow, even I don't know Common. I didn't know Common was an option.
Well,
Villish
in this case.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's roughly her sort of story.
And for Lovette's part, she does like the brief overview of the world, and then just talks about the Steam Isles pretty much for the whole, and like makes it sound like everybody knows this stuff and it's very important.
Okay.
And I mean, like, she'll throw in a few elven fairy tales that she knows, but it's mostly like, oh man, you guys, you have to know all this stuff.
Your tiny little...
Soul's probably kind of listening throughout the day too.
Mm-hmm.
Just listening.
You could probably fit the Steam Island 10 times over inside the Red Plains.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you make it sound like it's the most important place ever.
Yeah.
Then again,
I mean, it's just like where things happen.
Then again, the island of Steam is larger than the Merry Valley, so you guys are more important than halflings. That's obvious.
That's true.
Damn.
I mean, that doesn't take much.
No.
That's okay, Markus. Don't worry about that.
Wow. Just I feel the love.
Actually, I have a question for Markus.
Is
How did you appear here or come here to this world in your mind? Do you remember?
From my recollection, I was trying to transport from one place to another in my world, and it just... I didn't end up where I expected to be. He found... Okay.
I know he has a whistle. So, Soul just kind of like takes that information that you gave them and is just like, so when you appeared here, were you just here, or did it feel weird? Did anyone touch you?
I was just here. It was, I don't know how, but it did not, I ended up in one of the forests outside of the tavern, and I've been at the tavern ever until I met you.
So you appeared here. That's it. Okay.
Yes.
I'm also going to offer the books from the Telecoast to
Makes a lot of
noise.
Aww.
Because I want that shit out of my inventory.
Okay. Go ahead and take
Hoarder.
those books from your inventory, put them in the party inventory, and then I'll deal with them from there.
Wait a minute. I'll give her the book I took as well. The fucking dinosaur smut book.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
That's right. I can't believe we did that.
What's that book called again?
What is it called?
It was like in the nest of the pterodactyl or something, or like in the claws of the pterodactyl. I forget what it's called. It was some stupid pteranodon.
In the wings of the pterodon.
Yeah, in the wings of the pteranodon.
Really?
It's terrible.
Something like that.
All right, so.
Oh man, did I have that in my inventory? I sure shit won't now. I didn't. Well, it's not. All right.
It's all good. All right. So you guys
Probably
travel west.
romantic
You camp overnight. Makes a lot of noise. We'll kind of explain a bit of alchemy, the principles of alchemy, to Lovette about like what plants and things around here can be processed, and whether it needs to be dried or it needs to be added with water, and how things work, and different various kind of like unguents and ointments you can create.
Cool.
It's mostly like cursory. Like she's not getting into like the nitty gritty of how to do the precise everything. She's just kind of explaining like the kind of the overview of alchemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The
that's
3 base elements and stuff.
So that's like roughly what she's going into there. The basic tenets of alchemy. Like equivalent exchange, right?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that one. All right. So who is taking? What's your watch order, by the way?
Well, I'll stay up for first watch.
Okay, and I'll do second watch.
Okay.
Right, Vera's first, Soul second. So that's cool.
You fleshy mortals with your needing sleep.
Well, so...
That works well enough. Okay. So that would give everybody 8 hours of, 6 hours of sleep minimum. So that's fine. You guys wake up the next morning. I'm just going to roll some dice here to look intimidating. Okay.
It's working.
Well, after a little bit of travel and scouting, you're able to find the force of orcs. They've continued to move east. You guys find them. At some point, you do notice that they're still traveling separated. Like that front group is still leading the way, and there's the larger group behind it. They're moving at a pretty steady pace, but it's basically like a slow march. You get the sense that they're not in a rush necessarily, but they are moving at a pretty consistent pace. So with your survival and stealth rolls, you guys are able to get relatively close and observe their forward group. So like I said before, it was a 2 crooked lightning bolt sort of symbol for that front group.
Right.
So,
Is there any sort of roll I could do to like determine what if I knew that tribe or something?
that's
Anything about that?
Not really.
No? Okay.
They're not famous, and they're from a very different part of the world.
I didn't think so, but I thought I'd ask.
You're fine. So you guys are kind of like keeping a distance and following around behind them, or not behind them necessarily, but you're kind of like staying ahead of them and to the side of their group.
Mm-hmm.
It comes to be about midday-ish as you're observing them, and they suddenly come to a halt. Their group stops, and as soon as they stop, a few moments later, the larger group behind them that's following them also stops. Like as soon as they notice that they've stopped.
Interesting.
It's too early to camp, so you're not exactly sure what they're doing, and they seem to be having some sort of council or like they're talking. Like a bunch of them are speaking within their large group, like in the 400 or so.
Can we hear?
Oh God, no. You're not close to auditory range. If you want to be that close, I'm gonna need stealth checks for everybody.
Who's really good at spotting stuff?
Spotting stuff?
Perception. Who would have the highest perception?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Like Vera.
Um,
I think Vera and
I have a
Silver.
plus
Is it wisdom
10
based?
for perception. Yeah, that's wisdom.
Then yeah, Vera would be. I'm gonna lend Vera my crossbow so that she can look through the scope and investigate
Alright.
with her special eyes.
Can I roll a perception?
While using a telescope thing?
Sure, why not?
That was the sound of a DM saying, I was gonna give you all this information anyway. Sure, go for it.
So
This is
yeah, you
roleplay.
got a 21. You look in through that little scope, and you kind of, you see some strangely dressed, figures. They're wearing like what looks like animal pelts over them, like various ones. They seem almost like they're organized into groups. Like there's ones that have like leopard skins. There's ones that are wearing like panther skins. There's ones that are wearing like wolf skins. They're wearing various different animal skins. They're also wielding weapons that look more like clubs with sharp triangles of obsidian bashed into them, and a lot of them are also carrying like small, thin-looking spears, like bundles of them strapped to their backs.
Alrighty.
It sounds highly unnatural.
Do you see anything?
I'll tell them what I see.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I just wanted you to repeat all of that.
Yeah. So as far as what they're doing, a bunch of them seem to be like they're sort of standing around, looking into the center of their camp, or in the center of their group. Who is basically there's an orc in the middle of their group that's giving orders to a bunch of other ones around him. You can't really make out any detail on the central figure. You just see one guy. Like I said, if you want to get much closer, you can, but I'm going to require individual stealth checks from people.
I don't want to, though.
So I think I might have missed a little bit. So do these groups look like they are friends then, or?
Is this just the
front group?
Yeah.
Yeah. The rear group, like I said, they haven't been sending anyone to talk with that front group. They're
When you said there was a meeting, I thought you meant between groups.
No,
just for
just
that
the
one.
front group.
That was just me implying. Okay.
Yeah, just within that 300 to 400 in the front.
Do both groups stop moving?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Soul just just petting Marcus's hair, just like, I don't want to do this. And so it's like a stress thing. They're just petting his head, just like,
and you start petting a little too hard. Like,
yeah.
Okay, I changed my mind. I will talk to them. You will stay here.
Ow,
How's your stealth?
Ow. Ow.
Oh, sorry, Marcus. Soul, like, puts their hands up. I'm so sorry.
If I don't come back in an hour, just go back.
Makes a lot of noise. Would you mind casting that spell on Lovette?
Yeah, I can do that. Are you sure
do you
you
think
want to
that's a
get
bad
up
idea?
there? You can't run away from them. You aren't fast like we are.
I have some tricks up my sleeve.
She looks really concerned.
No.
Alright, so
Nervous petting happens again.
She says the bad news is the spell, it's a personal spell. So she can cast it and act as an interpreter for you.
Oh, no!
So she says she kind of like swallows hard and she's like, okay, let's go.
Oh my god, you're gonna kill her.
Okay.
The nervous petting gets harder again.
So she sort of like she starts moving off toward the 400 or so orcs.
Okay.
I guess we stay back.
Hmm?
We stay back like the rest of us, right?
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
are we really going to let them do this?
I swear to Aiden, Beardy, do not let anything happen to that adorable creature.
Oh,
This
and
is all
also,
Lovette.
Fushigi makes a lot of noise alive as well.
Aww.
Oh boy, I didn't think someone was coming with me.
It's the only way to make the spell work.
Yeah,
It's the only way.
I was hoping I could have a panic attack over here while no one was looking.
We watched from a distance.
Alright, well.
Oh, God.
So here's the plan. You try to stay, in talking distance, but in running away distance. If they make a move, then we'll stay far enough that you can make a run for it. I can cover you. I will be able to cover our backs.
She says okay shakily back to you. So
I'm just gonna hug her.
she gets sort of close enough to she's in like shouting distance to the edge of the 400 or so. You guys are approaching from the north from the tall grass. They're moving roughly along the road themselves, and you guys get close enough that they would hear you if you were to shout. So, if you would like to start talking or what, you can.
Okay.
I have my horse turned around, ready to run away.
I didn't have much of a plan here, actually. I was too focused on how I was going to get out. I didn't really think about what I was going to say.
Marcus has a concern.
Oh, how do
For
orcs
safety.
bless each other? Shoot, can I make like a history check to see if this is a thing I would know?
Yeah,
They
you can
typically
make
kill
a history
gnomes.
check. Yeah, but
I really want them to be like dude bros.
Or linguistics, maybe, since it's like.
sure, you can
I'm
make
sorry.
all of these attempts if you'd like.
It's
I
like,
want them to walk up. I want them to be able to walk up and go, "Stop, fucker!"
well,
Oh,
that's not going to
Marcus.
happen.
I doubt
so-
that's gonna
sorry.
happen. Pet.
I mean, didn't we all know that orcs are an entire race of fuckboys? This
Yes.
is what they are.
Just, orc leader. Do you say that?
What?
Here, I have an idea. Alright, I'm going to pull out my little gauntlet, and I'm going to cast message, turn my little dial in the ear of any of the ones that I saw talking, if they're still there. And gnomish, because they don't understand me anyway, just be like, hey, over here, hey. I'm just trying to get their attention.
Well, it's not. Message isn't really directional. It just sort of appears in your brain.
Right,
Yeah.
but, it will let them know to, look for something. They're not just going to be kind of fucking staring off a distance.
And you want to
Then they'll probably-
just shoot this to a random orc, or you said to one
No,
of the ones in the middle?
Yeah, one of the
The
ones in
leader.
the middle. One of the leaders, if they're still visible.
Okay, so you guys get close enough, you two, that you do see that.
I am shaking in real life right now.
Yeah, I guess you'd be just close enough. Okay, so you cast Message, and you shoot a message into the leader of that orc group. Now, you are close enough to see what he looks like, so I'll go ahead and give you a verbal description, and I think I actually have an image of him, too. Yeah, so you see an orc. He is bald. Mm-hmm. He is wearing like a simple brown tunic-looking shirt. So he's really, really honestly very simple looking compared to the other ones. But
before he's actually Shrek.
He's got like, this is a rough image of what he looks like. Now again, this is not perfect. This is the best I could find. The only thing about him that is of really strange note is that he is covered in tattoos. So these tattoos don't do it justice. The orc leader is covered head to toe, like face, neck, top of the head. His entire body is tattooed. You can't really see the tattoos very well from here. You just see that it's like an unnatural body coloration. It's like it's swirling symbols and shit tattooed across his entire body.
Tribal tattoos.
Essentially, yeah. But you can't get a sense of what they are specifically from your distance. You're still about 150 feet away from him.
Okay.
But you are close. You're just close enough to shoot a message spell to him.
Okay. I hope that works.
Okay. And you want to say, "Hey, I'm over here."
It doesn't. Yeah, I'll just say that in Gnomish.
Okay. All right.
Specifically Gnomish.
So I'm going to roll.
Well, it's the easiest thing for me to speak.
Checks here. Okay. So he is going to stop what he's doing. He's going to look up to the sky. He kind of like turns slowly in a circle, like looking around in all directions. And then he's going to start shouting orders to the orcs who are going to be very suddenly start to like get into like defensive positions. They start brandishing their weapons and like looking out in all directions.
Make sure the noise make sure to keep your distance. Don't worry.
You can feel her like she's starting to like kind of like fidget a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, with that little horsey noise where it's like with their legs and
She's like, are you sure we shouldn't run?
I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. And then I'll just wave and yell at them.
Okay. And what do you want to yell?
Hey, over here! Hi! And I'll reach my hand up and wave over my head.
Oh boy. Alright. One moment.
If you get fucking speared,
no.
I'm gonna be so pissed.
They shoot us. I'm gonna be really scared. Let's see. I can do something about that, I'm sure. Not a lot. If Archie was really... Oh wait, Archie can fly. I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting his wings actually do get him off the ground somehow.
Too bad Archie doesn't know anything other than clockwork.
Yeah, so...
That's how I know shit's happening.
Alright, so here we go. Wham. Wham.
Bam.
Wham. Wham.
Oh my god.
Wham. Alright. So here's what happens. As soon as you say, like, hey, over here... the whole front line of orcs near you just immediately start throwing javelins at you guys. They just like as a reflex.
Immediately.
They just immediately. They see movement, they throw javelins. So let's see who gets hit. So luckily, most of these miss. However, one of the javelins does strike, makes a lot of noise.
No.
The javelin
hit me.
The javelin like strikes her like deep in the side, and you notice something strange. The obsidian, it looks like it's designed in such a way to pierce and then break apart. So like it hits her, and then the tip breaks off and is like embedded inside of her.
That's
so
delicious.
She like screams in pain and like without thinking just starts to run away.
Yeah, go. Okay, I want to drop. So as a turn order, or can I go do a thing?
Yeah, you can do a thing. You're fine.
I want to use one of my summon monsters. Really quick check what those were.
So the enemy weapons, it was like a wooden shaft with a long thin obsidian tip that is like almost has like a flamberge curve to it. So it's just sort of like this really long, like wiggling stabbing point, and it's also ultra thin. So it basically cut into her and then snapped off. And now that blade, as she's running away, that long, thin piece of obsidian is now breaking up into even smaller shards inside of her. So, as she's running away, you can see the wound actually getting worse. So it's not good. She's it's an ungood wound.
Oh God, he's got more.
Okay, I'm going to build a big giant worker ant construct and toss it back after them. So
Okay.
I'm summoning a giant ant
Sure.
worker.
Giant worker ant. You toss it back to kind of distract them as you guys run away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Like a couple seconds after that, I'll make. Well, no, I'll just leave it at that. And
So-
if they come after it, sorry, go ahead.
Yes, the good news is Makes a Lot of Noise is correct in one thing, and that is that centaurs are very fast.
Yes.
They're quick, and they're able to get away from most enemies, so that's why they're not really personally concerned about the orcs, because they would never get close enough to be attacked by them.
Marcus is not happy about this.
We'll have to catch up to Makes a Lot of Noise if we
Yeah,
can.
our horses probably aren't as fast, but we can work them.
Yeah. But I also have survival, so I could probably...
Yep.
Oh yeah, you guys can heal her.
Yeah. As long as we saw what happened, which I assume we did.
Well, we probably just, like, I imagine from the distance that we're at, all we see is Lovette's arms go up and wave, and then something hits, like, makes a lot of noise, and then they just book it.
She's running away from the group of orcs. The orcs aren't really giving much chase. They're sort of staying together as a blob, and she's running back up to get to where the rest of the party was hiding. But she's bleeding a lot out of her side. So, the wound doesn't look good, and she's also like very obviously in pain.
Very obviously.
And
what?
I am like
In pain, very obviously in
Okay.
pain. Like she's like you can tell like she's sort of starting to limp. Like some of her legs, like the legs on her left side are kind of like not doing well.
Okay, I get Markus off of the horse so that he can prepare healing.
Is anyone good in healing at all?
We have a cleric.
Oh no, I'm saying so we can remove the obsidian before we heal. Or
Well, what would we do to do that?
probably heal check.
A heal check, yeah.
Oh, I do not have that.
I'm
Oh, I
pretty sure
do, but I don't. I can't.
That
use
would be me.
Well, what do you have for it?
Let's not stay here for too long, though. So
I mean, are they moving?
They
I don't think
are
they're-
not moving, but they do. I mean, there is an obvious trail of blood leading from them to you. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a +7 to my wisdom.
okay,
Okay.
okay. +7 to your heal check. All right, go ahead.
Oh, you want me to drop it?
Well, if you're gonna make
Yes.
a heal check, yeah, you do have to roll it.
Yeah, let me do that.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so you examine
nice.
the wound, and you feel like you can get in there and remove the obsidian.
Let's do it.
So you kind of start reaching into the wound and like pulling out like 2-inch long chips of obsidian.
Soul is covering their eyes. It's gross.
and I'm just hanging on to her waist and just over and over. I'm sorry.
So yeah, to do this it takes a couple of minutes, and she bleeds a bit during this whole process. But when it's all said and done, you've managed to pull the obsidian bits out, so the wound is not getting any worse.
Good job, Markus.
Yeah, so she does have a pretty nasty injury on her side now, though.
Luckily, we have Cleric.
Yep. Heal
Cleric.
that shit.
That's
What are the orcs doing? There
Challenge
is
me.
a small group of them moving up along that trail of blood toward you guys' little group.
Marcus,
Sorry,
now.
Yeah.
Heal the
Finding
shit
it.
out of her and let's go.
And then we're booking it.
Yep.
So as you are performing that surgery, I'm just going to go ahead and lay out some targets here. Do.
There you go.
Oh, I had another thing I wanted to do, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
What's up?
If they get close to that worker, I want to detonate it.
Oh, okay. How much damage does that do?
It does. Yeah, I'll flip a little. I have a little switch on my gauntlet. that I
1d4
flip
points
and
of
it-
damage per spell level of the summoning spell that conjures the target. So give me 2d4 damage. So we'll count that as 6 damage.
And then
we're
Marcus's heal. That worked fine.
The heal check, yeah, Markus was able to do some like
But he
field
did
surgery.
channel
He
heal.
did channel heal.
Oh,
I didn't know if you needed that done as well.
We did.
Yeah.
Good job.
yeah. So you remove 5 damage from makes a lot of noise.
Wouldn't that be 1 on 5, 1 on 7?
Okay.
And then we book it.
And then we get on our horses and go.
we're already on our horses.
Well, I had to put Markus down to
guess
heal
so.
her.
True.
Oh, I take Markus, put him back on my horse,
Whoa,
and
what?
we go.
Why are they so close?
Why are they so close?
So, yeah, as I said, there was a group of orcs chasing
Yeah,
the... it took like 2 minutes to do the surgery.
Okay.
So...
I would have, done something if they're getting close.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull him back about 20 feet, and I'm going to say that you've got 2 rounds before the surgery's finished. So we're going to roll
Alrighty.
initiatives, and we're going to lock tokens. Oh, and lock tokens. And we're going to start this shit. Alright, cool. Okay, so 2 rounds. Here we go. Orc leader moves up, the raid leader, and he's going to shout in Orcish. You have no idea what he's saying, but it sounds nasty, and that's his turn. This is going to move forward. He's going to throw a javelin at Lovette. It's going to miss. This one's going to move up. He's going to do the same. So, there's a small group of orcs that have chased the trail of blood and are now attempting to kill y'all.
Did Makes a Lot of Noise ever cast that spell?
No, she did not get a chance to cast that spell.
Okay.
I don't know why she didn't cast it before we went, but she didn't.
You
That's
didn't
fine.
tell her to.
I didn't know that I had to tell her to do everything.
She's stupid! Okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys first before I do this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think maybe playing music would be a good way of showing that we're not hostile?
I have a feeling orcs wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't think it will really. I don't think it will appear hostile, but I don't think it will make us appear friendly. It will just make you appear
we don't
insane.
know what they're saying.
No, and they don't know what we're saying, and if you sing to them, they're going to think you're a crazy person, and they're probably going to just either kill or capture you.
Also, they threw javelins at Lovette.
And me.
Hmm?
I already threw it.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying, just based on nothing.
Well, she did make a lot of noises.
She was on top of makes a lot of noise.
What is that supposed to mean? I made a lot of noises.
You probably frightened them.
Yeah, that's probably it. I scared the shit out of those orcs.
You scared them, so they had to do something about it.
I hate being so tall.
Alright, I'm gonna do...
Yeah, it must be a
courage
off
for everyone.
Oh, I went ahead and added makes a lot of noise to the targets. There you go.
Does that work?
Yep.
So I did that, and then I'm gonna move over next to Markus with my horse, so that when he's done and he channels his energy, we can just go. But I'll also say, makes a lot of noise. If you could just use that spell whenever you're ready, so we know what they're saying and stuff. If you got the time, that'd be super
no,
awesome.
We don't have the time. Pretty sure it takes her 10 minutes to get it ready.
To use a spell?
To use that one, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
No,
I thought that's what she had said earlier.
Standard action to cast it. No, she had to prep it. She's a wizard.
Oh, okay.
Took her a long time to prepare it, but now that it's prepared, she can cast it. So you have thrown out a buff, and I'm going to go over to the orcs here. So the thing is about...
I was supposed to move next to Markus.
Oh, okay. So one thing to note, your mounts, your horses, are not combat, quote-unquote combat trained horses.
No.
So
they're not.
in order to do stuff in combat, you're going to need to make ride checks. So yeah, so it's gonna get weird because the mounted combat rules in Pathfinder are fun.
Oh.
All right.
Tits.
Is there an asterisk next to that fun? Or...
Yeah. yes, there is. All right, this guy's gonna go ahead and charge. All right, there's charging, and he's gonna swing his battle axe at Markus and hits.
No!
Markus, you're gonna take 5 points of damage.
Ooh, you booger.
This guy's going to move forward, and he's going to throw a javelin as he's approaching at Vera. It's going to miss.
Ooh.
This guy's going to move up, throw a javelin at Lovette, and hit.
Oof.
Lovette, you take a little bit of damage, 5 points. Alright, this guy's going to move up, throw another javelin, this time it makes a lot of noise, miss. And that takes us to Markus. Markus, you are pulling shards of obsidian out of the centaur. And that's pretty much your whole turn. That takes us to Makes a Lot of Noise, who is going to make a concentration check to cast Through the Pain, and passes, and casts Comprehend Languages. She says, I can understand what they're saying now, but none of them are talking.
Tell them that we are friendly.
Tell them
we don't
we're
want to
not-
fight.
I don't speak Orc.
You
What?
She just understands it.
Alright. So that's going to take us to Vera.
Oh my god.
Have we realized the point of failure in the plan?
Yeah.
Wasn't mine!
Okay.
Yes. No, you actually were the one to talk to her.
On the inside, I'm saying to myself, oh god, you adorable ditz.
Alright, I'm going to activate Mellifera's boon.
Alright, time stops.
Pew, 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 pew.
Black bars appear along the top and bottom of the screen.
Lots of dabbing ensues.
The camera zooms in. It's like on a around the hero shot of Vera as she starts to do dabbing and finger V's across her eyes, and then all at once there's just like the sound of a splorch as like part of her flesh just explodes into B. So yeah, Vera, you.
Beardy, hold on. I do believe the orcs need to roll like fortitude saves so they don't throw up all over the place.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. So
Yeah, but then you'd have to take one too.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
all right, so you have now taken upon Mellifera's boon form. What would you like to do next?
I would like to fucking familiar.
All right.
Fucking familiar.
Come on. Ooh.
So you feckin' familiar, and Hummel launches out of the apiary and multiplies into a swarm. All right, Hummel.
Let's put that right on there.
All right, Hummel moves over here, and he's gonna do a little bit of sting work. He's gonna be a little stingy
That's
boy.
1d6.
Roll it, and we'll apply it to both targets under him. That's Raider 4 and Raider 2. All right, you do 3 damage to both of those guys, and that's gonna take us to Lovette.
Oh boy. Well, I do have this prepared. So, I will do another summon monster.
Okay, what would you like to summon?
Add another giant worker ant, because they're pretty much my best option right now. And they're the most clockworky.
Okay.
What was the range on that again? I forget. What I want. 25 feet. Okay. So yeah, I want right between those guys. Right here.
All right, noted. Okay. You have
And
a
then
move action left?
summon monster goes on my turn, correct?
Yeah, it'll go immediately.
Okay.
So, do you have a move action you want to take?
Not while makes a lot of noise is still wound. I forget, is drawing a weapon part of a move? What is that kind of action is that?
Well, it's typically a move action. If you have a base attack bonus of 1 or higher, you can draw a weapon as part of moving. So if you want to just draw your weapon, you can. If you want to move and draw your
I'm
weapon,
just going to
you
draw
can.
my weapon.
Okay. And which one?
The heavy crossbow
Okay.
with the scope.
Excellent. All right. Giant ant. Who's he attacking? Light 3 is wounded, and heavy 3 is... Oh, light 3. I was going to say there is no heavy 3. Yeah, they're both wounded. Looks like 2 equivalent degrees as well.
Okay.
So one of them is wearing like heavier gear and like bigger armor than the other one. So the light raider is obviously the lighter one. The heavy raider is the heavier one.
I will go after the light one.
Okay, bite and sting against light raider 3.
Yes, and this is I have augment summoning,
Oh, okay,
so that his stats are all higher.
yeah. Okay, so it'll essentially come out to him having 2 higher fortitude save, 4 higher hit points, and his attacks will go up by 2, and his damage will go up by 2.
Nice.
Alright, now we've got an augmented ant summon. Okay, so he hit, and the second attack missed, his sting missed, and it would have missed whether he was augmented or not. He rolled pretty poorly. But I'll go ahead and roll damage on his bite. Okay, he does 5 damage, and he also gets to attempt to grab, which is successful. So he's going to go ahead and initiate a grapple with Orc Light Raider 3. Alright, the raid leader is going to step over here, and he is going to shout more orders. And this time, makes a lot of noise, says, I understood that, I understood that.
And
What
what
did
did
he
he say?
She kind of like looks confused, and she's like, oh, he said to kill them all. Heavy Raider 1 is going to move forward and take a swing with a battle axe. That makes a lot of noise.
You fucking monster.
Makes a lot of noise, actually able to like... The swing was pretty bad in the first place, and makes a lot of noise, is able to like step a little bit out of the way without interrupting the surgery. So that actually misses. The other heavy orc raider is going to attack the augmented summoned ant and also miss. They're rolling like shit. So good news, everybody. Soul, you're up.
Sure
Good
am.
news, everyone. Our plot armor is back on.
Hey man,
Alright.
it's the fucking random dice the random number generators on your side this time.
Fuck the
You should have
horse.
saw the game I
Let's
played
go
yesterday.
over here.
It was
It's because of all that RNG manipulation that we did earlier in the playthrough.
It's because of all that, yeah, and the demon summoning and shamanism and stuff we did to
In real life.
Yeah, in real
Yeah.
life to
Yeah.
cast the dice. That
Yeah.
was in our favor.
right.
Did that hit, Beardy?
No, a 12 is going to miss. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fine. What's up, Vera?
All right, so this guy is going to take a 5-foot step up and try to attack the wasp creature and miss. This guy's going to get out of the way of the giant bee swarm, move over here, and he's going to throw a javelin at Markus. Miss. This guy is going to try to break free from the ant's grip. Fails. This guy is going to move out of the bee swarm and try to attack Markus with a battle axe. It's going to miss. Markus, you finished the surgery. You may act normally.
See how wounded everybody else is.
Markus has taken 5.
I forget, is channel energy indiscriminate?
No, I target I can target
Okay.
friendlies. I can either channel heal, and everybody gets healed, or I channel undead, which is essentially ow.
Yeah, he channels positive energy to damage the undead or channels positive
Yeah.
energy to heal the living. Now, you can exclude a number of targets up to your charisma modifier, I believe.
Oh, exclude. Oh, that's
Yes.
brilliant.
It's a 20-foot burst, so it's you can exclude 4 targets, and Orc Light Raider 2, Light 1, Light 4, and Heavy 1 are all in that circle, and since you have charisma modifier of 4, you can exclude every one of them.
Yep.
So, you go ahead and roll your healing. You did already. Excellent. 8 HP to everybody. Good. Move action if you want to take it.
I feel like I think I should step between them and give a flanking bonus to Vera.
Or it's flanking bonus too.
+2 to hit
I
for
got
each of you.
Though it would expose me horribly.
Come on, Markus. I believe in you.
All right, Markus, you make a 5-foot step, and you are now providing flanking to Vera and to Malin. It makes a lot of noise. All right, who is currently...
You picked it up.
Yeah, don't worry.
I like that.
All right, so it is now her turn, and she is probably going to cast a spell. All right,
Where's Archie?
He's not out. She's going to take a 5... Well, she's actually going to go ahead and move back 10 feet and provoke from the Orc Light Raider 4.
What?
Why?
That's going to miss.
Whew.
And then she's going to cast. She's going to cast a spell. She is going to cast.
She's helping us.
This session isn't good for my heart.
Yeah, right?
Let's see if this actually works. Huh, that's fun. Okay, so she casts a spell. She casts Hideous Laughter. It causes that Orc Raider 4, to essentially be caught into a fit of uncontrollable laughter. He collapses into gales of manic laughter, falling prone. He can take no actions while laughing, but is not considered helpless during this time. Alright, so he falls to the ground for the next 3 rounds, prone. Boom. Okay. Vera.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll attack this one with my scythe then, since I got the opportunity. Oh, dang.
Aw, dip.
Oh,
Alright, pull out this deck of cards here. We have ourselves a critical hit. Alright, Mellifera's Sting, which I believe is a slashing weapon? Or is it piercing?
It is a piercing and slashing, whichever.
Gotcha. Which would you like it to be this time around?
They're wearing just like leather, correct?
Yeah, they're wearing like heavy leather and hide armor.
So I'm thinking it's like a slash, like across.
Okay. You have ruptured his abdominal cavity.
Oh!
You basically slash his... You basically disembowel him. So go ahead and roll damage.
All
and
right.
it should auto-double it.
jeez.
So-
After all this, can you explain cleave to
Yeah.
them? Like what's his name did?
Oh!
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Oh, that's right. You use a scythe. Fuck, I
Yeah.
forgot. Oh, you
Red
crit with a
bit.
scythe. With a scythe. Oh, thank you so much. I love those.
Oh,
Wait, what?
I
Why?
saw the number of
Jesus
I
Christ!
saw the number of D4s and almost didn't believe it, and then I realized you were using a scythe, and that's exactly what they're
Oh.
designed for. So, Yeah, you disembowel him, but honestly, it's more like you cut him directly in half. So you get this perfect swing off, and he just is now cut in two. There's just guts, blood splatters everywhere, and he just dies instantly. You deal
and Soul's right next to you and just goes. Ugh!
You deal 49 points of damage, killing him instantly.
Oh my god!
Well done, Vera.
Markus is just.
We're both splattered with fucking blood. Just like, huh.
That guy.
So Vera does the anime girl transformation and then like spins out and does like a kneeling slice and just fucking showers everyone in blood.
Yeah,
it
basically,
does like,
yes.
It does like the anime blood spurts.
Yeah.
Somewhere
just go back to being Grem.
Somewhere far away, Mellifera is happy.
Yeah.
All right.
And I can feel it.
You're already dead.
All right.
Soul looks very concerned over at you, just like.
Did you want to take a move action?
Yeah, wipe the blood from your face.
Well, I guess I'll go right here.
Okay. Hummel's up.
All right, I'm going to move Hummel over here, and I'm going to split it like a Tetris piece.
What?
And okay, I guess they'll hit it anyways. Never mind.
That's on a cross, so you gotta sit on an intersection.
The swarm can be any 4 squares.
Oh, it can any 4 squares that are conjoined. Oh, I see.
So it's going to be
Gotcha.
Heavy Raider 1,
And
then
Light Raider
up,
4.
then
All right.
right.
Yep.
So that
Roll it.
just
I got you.
all right. Yeah. Ah.
All right.
He tried.
Light 4 is gonna take 2 damage.
It's all that drinking he's been doing.
Heavy 1
You
is
obliterate
gonna
one guy. Then the beast is like, ow, ow, ow.
All right. Lovette.
Alright, so I was gonna pull out my crossbow all cool and shoot at this guy next to me, and then fucking Vera turned this thing into a bloodbath.
Yeah. God.
So I'm actually going to
Just Soul has like half of their body like covered in blood, and they're just like,
this is okay.
this is fine.
Yeah, I'm still gonna shoot at that guy though.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot at the heavy orc raider in front of me.
All right. Bam.
Oh, that was a critical.
Very nice.
Well, I mean, I don't know if the critical.
Hold on. You didn't roll it against anything.
Oh no, you're right. Oh, I forgot. Oh, damn it.
Damn.
I was like,
That happened.
why would a 14 confirm? All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna count the first roll, the 19, as your roll, and I'll count your 6 as your confirmation roll. So you don't confirm a critical hit. Go ahead and roll a damage against Orc Raider 1.
You're very merciful. And this is why I track my own ammo.
Alright, you deal 8 points of damage to Orc Raider 1. Do you want to make a move action?
Yeah. I want to get... Wait, I can't see all this map. I want to... Maybe I can? Oh, no, there we are. Okay. I want to go this way. Here.
Alright, you move 20 feet out away from the party. Right. Giant Ant is going to make a bite attack on his grappled target. Nat 20. Confirm critical.
Wow.
Okay.
We are getting them crits.
Alright. He
Just
bites
snaps
this.
him in half.
He snaps him in half with his mandibles, and that's his turn. Jesus.
Does he have a sting attack?
Yeah.
Can he sting the other guy?
Alright, hold on.
I'm not satisfied with 1 kill a turn.
Alright, miss.
Okay.
Alright.
Yes, I am.
Okay, Orc Leader is going to move up, and he is pissed, so he's going to swing 8. He pulls a great axe from his back, and he swings it at the ant. He hits and deals 11 damage.
Notably, we're getting paid for each of these.
That's true, you are getting paid for each of these. Alright, so the Heavy
Except we
Raider
can bring back
1...
proof.
Yeah, you got to bring back proof of kills. So, Heavy Raider 1 is going to move up and try to attack Vera with his battle axe.
Bad idea.
That's going to miss.
Really bad idea.
Raider 2 is going to attack the ant. That's going to hit, and he deals 9 damage to the giant ant. Let's see, how is it holding up? It's still up. Okay, those are hefty ants.
Yeah, they are. That's why I took it.
All right, and Soul, you're up. And then Heavy Raider 1 is... Oh, no, sorry. Light Raider 4 is prone. He's suffering from a bout of hideous laughter right now.
Gotcha. I don't think I can hit him from here, can I?
Also,
The Raider 4.
Yeah, you can throw your melee or ranged.
Range.
Yeah, you can throw a thing at him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that would, like...
2.
Huh?
But yeah, you could also go after 2.
The guy below you.
Yeah, if you shot at that guy.
Yeah, okay. I just knew the other guy was going to get back up otherwise.
You get a penalty shooting at him.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, and there's a bunch of people standing over him ready to pummel the shit out of him.
That's what I was asking. Thank you. So I'll go for 2 then. Nope. No, I'm not.
Damn.
No, I'm not.
Right, apparently everybody crits but Soul. Okay. Thanks,
I
Dice.
just imagine that Soul's about to throw it, and we're like, no, they're about to... They're just arguing this whole thing. You're like, fine, I'll just throw it... Oh, there. Missed.
Just slips with all the
Alright.
blood. Oh, shit.
Okay, 5-foot step over, and Battle Axe. Alright, that's a miss. Alright, he's dead. He is laughing. Markus.
I would like to summon monster 2, Giant Celestial Bee.
Okay, it will take you a full minute to cast that spell. Or, sorry, no, not a full minute. It takes a full round to cast the spell. So, it'll
Markus
end...
is summoning a bee?
A giant celestial bee.
Everyone's stepping on my territory.
No, so...
Your territory.
Okay.
It's literally my class's name.
Alright, you begin casting a spell that's going to provoke from Orc Light Raider 2. So he gets to swing, he gets a free shot at you. That shot is going to hit, and he is going to deal 7 points of damage. I need you to make a concentration check to not fumble the spell.
Alright. 1 second.
And as always, I'm going to look up concentration because I never remember it correctly. Okay, concentration for injury. It is DC 10 plus damage taken plus level of spell. So that is a second level spell. Alright. So DC 19 concentration. So I need you to roll a 20 plus your level plus your ability score modifier.
Okay, so we're would the concentration be under the?
No, it's a D20 plus 7, and you've got to beat a 19.
Ooh, that's harsh. Stand by.
The situation you find yourself in. All right, you got it.
Boom.
Okay, so you are able to not botch the spell, so that's good. Okay, that is your turn then. So it'll finish at the beginning of your next turn. It makes a lot of noises back up. She's going to 5-foot step back and cast another spell. This one is...
I can't believe she's not running away.
Did we tell her
so
to?
much. I think we did.
Did we do it now?
Did we tell her to run away?
No, we did not.
No.
I feel like we didn't.
I was going to, but I'm like, I don't know if Vera would say.
We have not told her to, but I am just saying I thought that she would.
She likes us. We're humans.
I know, but I thought she'd be scared.
Two
Oh,
legs.
she is scared. There's no
Yeah,
question.
I thought she'd be scared enough to run.
Okay, she is going to cast Grease over here under these 2 orcs.
Neat. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be... Oh. I want to do a D&D kind of thing, but I don't know.
It's non-flammable.
I don't know how it works.
It very specifically says it's non-flammable.
Okay,
All right.
I figure it would.
One moment.
It's not allowed. So what I figured out from the orcs is that if we separate them, they're very bad at hitting things, is what I've learned.
Yes.
So we can at least give that sort of information. We've killed a couple. And we're gonna kill more.
Is the person that's with us the main leader of the front group?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Are we literally about to cut?
Yeah, are we about to kill the leader of that group?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen after that.
I think this is just like an attack party.
Yeah, it is like so just a random generals. You know, yeah.
Oh, not even. I don't think this is those guys. I think this is some dudes they told to attack. Like we're gonna want to get out of here
like
fast.
The leader
Oh, yeah.
of the groups.
That would be kind of interesting if it was.
So where are the horses?
Kind of farther back.
Yeah.
I got off of mine. Vera had to get off. Okay, we're gonna get paid for each of these people at least.
If we have time to collect the
Wait,
ones.
we get paid for each one we kill?
Well,
If we can't
I haven't asked
Druid.
if any of them have hair or anything because I figured we could either cut off some of their skin or a finger or something.
I could skin their face if you'd like.
No, let's not do
No.
that. Let's
Take
not
their
be
teeth?
remembered as fucking savages. Like, what if these people come
We need
across
proof
them?
so we can get paid.
Yeah, well, we
Cut
can
their
take
heads
their
off.
fingers. Their fingers is probably fine. Their face
but
is
people
extreme.
have 5 fingers each. They could say, "Oh, this is all from one hand." Take
That's
each.
true.
We just all take pinkies from the left
Take
or
a
right.
head. Take
Just-
a head.
Oh my god.
Typically for like bounty kills, it would be standard practice to either take a head or a particular ear, since they're easy to determine if it's a left or right ear. You would bring a bunch of the same type of ear. So bring a bunch of left or right ears.
Cut off a bunch of ears.
So
what did our contract say?
I say, let's see if we have time to do that shit, or if we're just going to run.
Okay.
It didn't specify.
It didn't specify.
What did it say?
I really don't want to go around carrying orc heads.
Okay,
It's
so this
gross.
guy's got to make... Alright, hold on. I need to have a couple of people make reflex saves. Boop.
Okay.
And boop.
Do they cartoonishly slip on the grease,
That's
please?
fun. So the leader actually does cartoonishly slip and fall on his back.
It's like that sound effect that...
Raider 2's still up, but the leader has fallen down. Grease. There was a grease spell cast by makes a lot of noise.
That's phenomenal.
That's how she do.
Beardy.
Yes.
Like, Vera wouldn't know this, but is this the leader that Lovette was trying to talk to before?
No. No.
Okay.
Nope.
Just some random ass...
Just, like a mid-management.
Alright, gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, darn. How cool would that have been?
Then again, how dumb would that be on their part?
I know. Well, to be fair, we're just like a couple of randos. How would they know that we're masterful assassins? We didn't even know that.
Alright. You're what now? You're masterful
We are
assassins?
not.
Holy shit.
We are not.
Yeah, that's not
We're
in my
not.
job
I
description.
put
No,
you guys in the
if
wrong
these guys-
campaign.
If these guys were fucking, like, the top tier, then we'd be masterful assassins. We're still basically a bunch of morons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kinda, yeah. Pretty much. I mean, you got some tricks up your sleeves, but you're not... Yeah, you know where they are.
We finagle ourselves to victory.
Yeah, mostly. Alright. What you thinking there?
Could that be
guess
this
my turn?
episode's title?
Finagled by
Finagling?
morons?
Finagle our way to victory.
Yeah.
It depends on how this ends.
Yeah, and you gonna win or not?
Alright, so it's
Well,
my
it
turn?
could be ironic.
Okay, so if I were to cast a spell, it would be an attack of opportunity, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
From Orc Raider 1, not from Light Raider 4. From Heavy 1.
Okay. What advantages do I have for attacking the prone one?
He has a -4 to his AC currently because he's prone.
Alright, but he still has like another round of not going.
Yeah, Light Raider 4 is he's actually laughing for 2 more rounds.
Okay, I'm going to attack the heavy raider then, I think. Right, that hits. Right?
Yeah, 25 will hit. Alright, you cut down Heavy Raider 1.
Whew.
So I've got to move him out of the way.
You scary, girl.
In many ways. I will move Hummel. Oh,
So what happens is you get a Druid with a Scythe and a Strength of 18.
Yeah. Christ.
beefy.
We're not playing a druid like a
Okay.
druid.
And Hummel will go on to right.
Will he now?
I'm missing... Sorry, I'm looking at your damage numbers and I'm missing 1. +1
Plus you get.
from Inspire Courage.
Plus I also have the belt.
Oh, you're wearing a Belt of Strength. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. Fucking fantastic.
Oh, that's right.
Beefy boy.
Holy shit.
Beefy
Alright.
boy.
Beefy boy. Yeah, definitely the strongest member of the party. Fucking
Wait.
a ripped...
Beefy boy.
Yeah.
Beefy boy indeed.
Oh, well.
It's a bee
don't
pun.
say that don't say that in combat.
Vera is an extremely ripped bee girl.
Yep. She's scary.
Fucking beefcake.
She's scary.
You
All
also
right.
just splattered blood all over us.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Again.
I think that's my favorite thing about this session so far.
Just blood splatter.
Alright. Give
It's
me
just how upset so.
give me a damage
Oh,
die from
sorry.
Hummel, please.
Come on, Hummel, you can do it.
Yay.
God damn it, Hummel!
1 damage.
Wow, Hummel. Good being a beans.
Good job,
Alright.
Hummel.
Lovette?
Alright, it's time. I didn't even notice Hummel over there. This is perfect. Well, I think. What kind of things can hurt Hummel?
Nothing you have, I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
We'll see.
Hard shade.
Throwing shade.
No, I'm happy for that.
No
We'll
weapon
find
at your disposal can harm my pet.
My pet is invincible.
My words are sufficient, but
he hurts you in other ways.
I'm going to do another final sacrifice. So I got a little panel with a couple of switches on my gauntlet now, and
that'll hurt Hummel.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I was thinking.
Beautiful. Okay, you cast Final Sacrifice. Your summoned ant explodes into 2d4 points of fire damage. They each get Fortitude.
God damn, I wish it was flammable.
Summoned creature. Okay, so it actually has to. It is a Fortitude save, so it has to actually fail to explode.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because you can make someone else's summon explode.
That's right.
Now, I'm assuming you can
tell yours not to resist.
You can tell yours not to resist if you want. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So, do you want yours to get a saving throw or not?
No.
Okay. In that case,
because I'd still burn the spell if it passes the save, right?
Yeah. So that way,
absolutely.
the Orc Leader and the Orc Heavy Raider are both going to get saving throws, reflex versus spell. One moment. Boom and boom. And the Raider 2 is going to fail, then the Leader is going to save. So go ahead and roll 2d4 damage, and the Leader will take half, Raider will take full.
I'm sorry for Hummel, but I got the okay.
Oh, and then Hummel needs to also
kind of
make
taunted me.
Sorry, Hummel also needs to make a reflex save. So, reflex save from Hummel, pass. Okay, but swarms take double damage from explosions, so it's going to be basically the equivalent damage. So go ahead and roll 2d4, please.
Me? All right.
Yeah, yes.
Ah.
Okay, Hummel takes 5 damage. Boom. And then Raider 2 is going to take 5 damage. And Raider Leader is going to take 3 damage. Okay. You have move action left if you want to take it.
Yeah. I'm going to kind of get a weaving pattern going and go this way now. There.
Cool. Okay, this guy is getting real angry at this point. So he's gonna stand up. Well, he's gonna attempt to stand up. Hummel, get out of the way. He's going to attempt to stand.
So theme in the background.
Right. Okay, he's going to stand successfully. So we get to remove prone from him. And he is going to move over. So it's move action and... yeah. Okay, so instead of taking a... okay, so he's going to power attack a javelin at... let me flip a coin here. Markus. Alright, it's going to hit.
Bruh!
Markus, you take 12 points of damage.
Oh, no.
Whoa!
And he's downed. Alright, this guy is standing, so he's going to go ahead and make a charge, because he's crazy. And he's going to make a battle axe attack against Vera, and miss. Soul.
Hit me! How are we doing on Inspire Courage right now?
I believe it just expired.
Okay. I'll do that again.
Or Raider 2. Gonna swing at Markus. Gonna roll a 19. Ouch. Markus is gonna take 7 more damage.
Damn.
Markus is hanging on by a thread. Do. This guy's still laughing.
Oh.
Markus.
You probably want to heal.
Well, my celestial bee is here now.
Yeah, so also, I need you to roll another concentration check for the last damage you took.
Good
so that's another DC 19 concentration.
Will be mad.
If it bursts it?
Will be slightly mad.
Will you learn your lesson to casting, long-form casting spells in melee? No.
Apparently not.
You botched your spell. Fizzle.
Maybe not that ever again.
Summon Monster 2 burned.
No. Celestial Bee is phenomenal.
Well, you're supposed to do that kind of thing before you go into combat, though.
Yeah, but the problem is it only lasts 2 rounds, maybe.
Currently, it would last 4 rounds.
Oh,
it's 1 round per level.
Okay. So, channel energy.
All right.
Wait. Okay.
There.
Come on. There we go. And heal and boop.
Cool.
Son of a bitch.
6 HP to everybody.
Not helpful for me.
Movement for you.
Orc is the leader. The Light Raider 4 is down currently, correct?
Light Raider 4 is laughing. Yeah, he's on the ground laughing.
Yeah, on the ground. So I can
fits
move
of
freely.
laughter.
I can move freely, though.
Just to set it, theater of the mind, he's got the Seth Rogen laugh.
Oh. So I can take a 5-foot step next to Vera.
Yeah. Correct.
I could probably move more towards. Would I be able to move here without a provoke?
Well, you've already provoked from Light Raider 2, so he can't do anything else. He can't attack you again.
Okay, yeah, I'm moving up there.
Alright.
And that's it.
Cool. Makes a lot of noises up. Alright, makes a lot of noise is going to look at that Orc Raider leader with his big great axe, and she's like, casting a spell. So here we go. Let's see if this works.
I believe in you.
Fingers crossed.
Sweet. Okay, she is going to cast a spell called Shatter.
Ooh. Yeah.
She's going to try to blow up his axe.
Damn.
She has a lot of defensive spells, which I'm guessing she doesn't do attack spells. She just does defensive spells.
She didn't have any attack spells memorized.
They've still been super helpful.
Alright. She deals some damage to the axe, and it begins to crack up a little bit. It doesn't break.
Ooh.
But it cracks up a bunch.
Just like Light Raider 4.
Yeah, sort of. Vera.
Decimation time!
Right.
Woo!
Let's go for the Heavy Raider.
Alright. He's charged, so he has an AC penalty this round. You strike. Go ahead with damage. And this will be another kill for you. Yep, he's down.
Ooh, nice. High five.
Nice.
Alright, you slash the Heavy Raider with your scythe and drop him.
I'm just covered.
Yeah, and there's just orc blood
Like,
everywhere.
Soul keeps trying to move to be out of your way and just keeps getting splattered with more blood. It's just like...
You're right.
So the
Now the other side is covered in blood.
Yeah.
Soul is not bemused by this.
You have a move action if you want to take it.
I think I am good where I'm at, unless anyone wants me to move. I think I'm good where I'm
You're
at.
good.
Alright. Hummel.
So much on me.
Let's see, Hummel.
What color is orc blood?
Let's put them on over here, and we're going to Tetris it again.
Alrighty. D6.
Make the good zigzags piece.
Come on, Hummel.
This is like Markus.
You're not
in
pulling
the
your weight
Weaver
together.
Forest.
Alright. 2 damage to each.
Yep.
And that moves us on to Lovette.
Yay, Lovette!
Alright. 25 feet, I believe, was the casting range. Let's check that one more time. Summon monster again. So, I'm going to burn another use of my monster ability. Oops. No, don't remove. Add. There we are. And then I'm going to put it right. Yes, here.
Alright. And what would you like to summon?
Another ant. I won't make you look up another fucking sheet.
Awesome. Well, they're quite effective, so I'm not gonna deny that. Boom.
So what insect spell is Soul gonna learn?
Well, but I'm not like summoning them. I like.
I know.
Mine are not totally ant-like. I figure they are like they have almost like a centipede-looking body.
Yeah,
because when I make the centipede, then I use the same
legs,
parts. Yeah, and a bunch of mechanical legs, and then the head is just like an orc with like
it's like
blades.
a clamp.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a big like steampunky looking clamp.
I was just imagining the metal ant Pokemon, to be honest, originally. I was just like, yeah, it's probably that one.
What are the things in Skyrim?
Yeah, honestly, kind of like them too. The Charses. Super steampunk clockworky.
Yeah.
Okay, quick aside, because I've been wondering it forever, and I've never...
And you're never what?
So, it's called the Steam Isles. Does clockwork involve steam power? Is steam power a thing?
Yeah, I think it's steam powered. I imagine a lot of clockwork, like when clockwork just stands still, it kind of rickets around a bunch. It kind of like it's always kind of like bouncing a little bit, and maybe like little jets of steam will pop out here and there, just every so often.
This changes a lot about my motivations. I suddenly give way fewer shits about alchemy.
No, maybe Archibald doesn't, and that's maybe one of the things that sets him apart. Mm-hmm. Is that he's a clockwork that doesn't like jitter around a bunch, because maybe his power source is different.
Because, there's a person inside of it.
Because maybe he's not powered by steam. Maybe he's powered by friendship.
Blood!
He's powered by love.
Blood!
Which is a real, tangible, magical force in this world.
Or bees. Powered by bees.
Yeah. There's tiny little bees working little wheels inside of it.
That's like the tagline for ad from the Hive. Powered by bees.
On the bottom of your pamphlet that you hand to people.
Bees and honey. Bees
Powered by bees, inspired by people.
What color is orc blood?
It's kind of like a blackish.
Great. I'm so glad to be covered in this.
Yeah, it's like a thick it's a thick black blood.
Like, definitely, like, the sound Soul has made every time they've gotten splashed with this blood is like, whenever someone, like, dumps cold water on someone, the... just standing there.
Like, your arms are not touching your torso?
No, not at all. Just, like, very uncomfortable pose constantly right now.
I'm excited to see that title card.
That will be the good title card for this. Oh, God.
So, how much of my movement does drawing my weapon take?
Either all of it or none of it, depending on how you use it.
Okay, I'm gonna just move this way then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna draw my heavy crossbow.
Okay.
And come to, like, a sliding stop next to Soul.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm trying to look cool.
Smooth as shit.
Augmented ant? What's he doing?
He's gonna charge that dude in the grease.
Okay.
And beat the shit out of him if I'm lucky.
It's been quite a day.
You are not lucky, sadly.
Aww.
Okay. Raider leader's up. He's going to make a 5-foot step to get out of the grease. And he is going to make a power attack against your ant. Nat 20.
Oh, damn.
Confirms a critical hit on a power attack.
Squish.
He hits for 39 damage and instantly destroys your ant. Holy
God.
fuck. Okay.
Come on, dude, I don't have so many of these.
By the way, this guy looks like he's a bit more competent than the other orcs. So that's going to vaporize your ant. Let me remove him from the existence here. Boom. And that's his turn. Soul.
It's me! Oh boy. So the leader's wounded though, so... and we're all good on buffs right now, so I guess I'll attempt to hit this guy.
Hey, that's 24.
24?
That's a hit.
Yay! Alright. Please fuck him.
7 damage.
Yay! Nice. I actually hit someone, guys! Like, this all just like, maybe it's all this fucking shit on my body I can actually throw, I don't know. Oh god, it's so gross.
Beardy, does orc blood have a smell?
It smells like blood.
I didn't know if it had a...
No, it smells like blood.
Don't do this to me.
It smells like blood.
Like...
Markus is fully covered in that crap.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's not good.
We're the bloody bros over here.
It's pungent. It's been a nasty fight. Alright. Orc-Light Raider 2 is going to continue attacking. He's going to move up. And he's going to swing at Markus.
The balls!
That's a miss. Alright. He's still laughing. And Markus.
God! Channel energy.
Alright.
Better.
Alright. 7 damage. Healed from all allied sources. And move action for you.
Feeling pretty gross. Yeah.
5-foot step to the left. There we go. And makes a lot of noise. She is going to look through her spells and realize that she doesn't have a whole lot of much left. So you already cast that. So... Okay. She is going to cast this spell. She casts a spell. It is Daze. And it does not work. So she's down to her level 0s. Alright. She actually already cast Comprehend Languages, so I'll knock that out too. Okay. Vera.
Alrighty.
Decimate Vera.
I'm going to cast Summon Swarm. Would that be able to attack the Raider leader right away, or...?
Alright, let me pull it up here. Cast times 1 round, so it'll finish at the beginning of your next turn.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. You begin casting Summon Swarm. Raider 4 is right next to you and gets an attack of opportunity.
But isn't he laughing?
Not anymore. His
okay.
It expired right after his turn.
If that's the case, I would not have.
Okay.
I thought he was laughing still.
Sorry.
In that case... Oh, no, it's fine. I didn't... Just assume and stuff. Okay, I'm going to attack him then.
You're
He's
gonna
on the
have to
ground.
solo the big guy. I hope you realize that.
I already hit him.
22 hit against Orc Raider 4. Alright, go ahead with damage. 12, and he is down. Okay. All that's left is Light Raider 2 and the leader. You have a move action left.
I'll stay where I am.
Alright. Hummel.
Going straight on top of that leader, yo.
Cool. Roll d6.
Come on. Yeah, good.
4, yay.
Alright. Lovette.
Alright, I promise this one won't explode. I'm gonna make another ant in front of this guy.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Nice
I ran
imagine-
out of explosions, so I can't.
I just imagine Lovette just throwing these things like.
Kind of. I figured that she has these, like, little, like, quick-to-launch ready packs that are, like, they defy logic. They just kind of unfold into these big things, but...
I like to imagine that.
Still has to, like, assemble parts.
I like to. What was it?
But I figure she still has to, like, slap on the legs or the head or something.
Gotcha.
Alright. And what sort of movement would you like to do? Anything this turn?
No, I'll stay where I am.
Alright. Augmented Ant's turn. Guessing he wants to attack.
Yep.
Sting.
Both types.
Bite and a sting against the Raider leader. Both attacks are going to miss.
Turn.
His turn, he is going to... He was going to just move in and attack you guys, but now he's got this fucking ant in his face.
Yep.
So he's going to 5-foot step, make another Great Axe power attack. This one doesn't crit, but it still does enough damage to destroy it in one attack.
This
Think of it
one
this way.
wanted destroyed in one turn.
Okay, we cannot take
Think
this
of it
guy.
this way.
He
Think
can
of it
one-shot us.
Useful in preventing him from attacking.
Yes. I have plenty of these to burn, actually. It's unbelievable.
Alright, Soul.
Dead ant.
Wish they
Dead
burned
ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant.
Okay, you don't need to taunt me about it.
And that is going to be damage to Markus.
Dang it!
This is not the time.
Gonna try to hit him. Got
Alright.
a 22.
22 misses.
What? You're kidding me!
Nope.
I think
All right,
we
we gotta
should
get out of
make
here.
a strategic.
We should go!
retreat.
Alright, Light Raider 2 moves up and makes a battle attack.
Wait, but I haven't moved yet.
Oh, my apologies. Go ahead.
Schwiggity, schwiggity.
Alright, 25-foot fall back. Alright, Orc Light Raider 2 is going to swing at Vera and miss. And the rest of the orcs are all downed. Markus, you're up.
Schwiggity, schwiggity.
You wuss.
What is
Says
this
the
puppet?
coward.
At least I'm gonna go for a light Raider 2.
Well, I was just gonna leave that for Vera because she's kind of OP right now.
Oh, I was just going to leave that one.
Yeah, just let him
No.
go.
I could at least do a bludgeoning against this thing. That's targeted, right? Bludgeoning attack against the Light Raider 2 right next to me.
Okay, you roll an attack against him. Drop the dice on him.
Yeah.
You deal 2 damage to the Light Raider.
Yeah. Now
Movement?
I can withdraw. Or now I
No.
can back off.
No, you can't withdraw. You can
Withdrawal's a
move.
full round. You can 5-foot step.
Oh, okay. That's
All
right.
right.
Let's step over here.
That's makes a lot of noises occupying that square. So
Oh, okay.
that's
Sorry.
fine. It's fine. She'll move immediately.
Yeah.
All right. So she's going to move over here, and she's going to continue trying her best with the limited spell selection she has, and try to cast Daze on the Orc Leader again.
Yeah.
The Orc
If she
Leader
can
will
disable-
again resist the spell and ends her turn. Vera.
Drop an ant.
Alrighty.
Are we outie 500 or what are we doing?
Alright.
I assume we're Audi 500. That's what I'm.
Okay.
That's what I'm seeing from everyone other than Markus, right?
I'm just slowly backing up. Yeah.
It's only one. Like you guys have been butchering these orcs. There's only one left.
Yeah.
After
Two.
that. Well,
Don't judge me, Beardy.
I think we could, like, strategically fan out and get out of this. I don't know.
That's what
Can
I'm
hit
saying.
him.
Don't you have like a special sting move because of your magical?
Oh yeah, I
growth
guess I
form?
do.
you do. Yeah.
I just haven't had to
Don't
use it
waste it on
because
the
I
Orc
keep on
Raiders.
killing them.
I
Is
mean,
it like a boss
it's like-
killer move?
No, well, yeah, because he's turning into a bee. So if he stings someone, it actually kills him because he's a bee.
Is it
But
really?
well, yeah, I mean you're a bee.
Does that actually happen?
No.
No. Okay.
Unless that's what Beardy has.
What do
in
you
which
mean?
case I guess
That's exactly how it works. If a bee stings someone, it kills the bee. Am I
Well, it
wrong?
depends on the breed.
Depends on the breed, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say he's a hornet then, Because Hornets just say, nope, gonna sting you till you die.
All right,
I
so
mean, Kyle definitely, that would be gross. But Vera maybe. She would.
Wait, and then you wear green? Are you the green horn?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's gonna be damage to
Please
the
be
Lovette.
So what am I reading from everyone else?
They seem to be backing
Right now.
away. They seem to be afraid of this orator leader, but you guys have you've dispatched everyone else with ease. So I don't know why you'd be so
I'm
scared.
not backing off.
Man, I feel like you're baiting us into a TPK.
But from one target, come on.
I don't trust you!
So, alright, well, my confidence is determined on the answer of a quick question, which I guess I don't really have to answer. When you create the summon creatures, does it roll or does it pick the average one?
What do you mean? The sort of HP?
HP.
Oh,
sorry,
it's
yes.
determined the same way it determines NPC health, so it's like half hit dice. Typically, it just takes average.
Right, okay. Then yeah, this is bad news. Because these things that he's one-shotting are about as tough as we are.
Fuck this. I'm out.
Fuck that shit, I'm out!
I'm going to move over here.
Well,
You
if
could withdraw if you want.
Hmm?
Couldn't you withdraw?
I could, but I'm going to throw something at it.
Oh, okay, cool. Do that.
I'm going to go over here. I'm going to make a ranged attack with a spear at the Orc Raider, and that'll be a point-blank shot, correct?
If it's within 30 feet, yes. So you would have a +1 to hit, +1 to damage if you have the appropriate feat, which you do.
Alright, let's see if this works.
no.
Wow.
All right, you throw a long spear, and sadly, a 13 just isn't enough to hit a light raider.
Alright, I'm going to -1 long spear.
All right, Hummel's up.
Yeah, Hummel's going to go on top of the Orc Leader.
Again.
Okay, give me a d6. 4 more damage.
Thank you, Hummel.
4. At least Hummel knows when it matters, I guess.
All right.
Man, well, maybe we can just fucking kite this guy and Hummel.
Lovette?
Yeah,
He's
so
only wounded, though.
Yeah, he's only wounded.
that's fine. He's only been hurt.
I'm
how much?
only wounded.
Yeah, he's only barely been hurt. That's fine. Gonna burn another summon monster.
Another augmented ant?
Yep.
All right.
It's gonna go with a spider, but it's just worst AC. I need this thing to not die.
Where you want it to be?
Right where it's pointing right now, next to him.
I don't see any pointers, but okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it here so we can shoot him.
Well, that doesn't actually... having been
Oh.
here or here doesn't actually affect anything differently. Being that the target's in melee is what the penalty's based on.
Oh,
So,
well then I'll go in front so that he has to circle around it again if he wants to get away.
yeah. Okay. And,
And
you wanna
then
move?
I am gonna move that way.
Alright, 20 feet over there. Giant ant's up. It's going to bite and sting. Alright, here we go. Some good news. The sting misses, but the bite hits does not confirm, though. So we have one successful bite attack. Deals 5 points of damage, and it also attempts to grab. It succeeds. Let me verify that.
Okay, we can turn this around.
No, I don't know if it actually hits. I needed to verify that the CMD is built correctly.
Can we just say it does?
Actually, yeah,
Even if
no,
it doesn't.
actually it does. It got exactly
Yay!
enough. Yeah, its CMD is calculated correctly. So yeah,
Phenomenal.
it grapples the Orc Raider leader.
Oh my god.
All right, Orc Raider
Turn it
leader's
around.
up. He is going to.
Diplomacy.
God.
Yeah. All right. He breaks
But we
grapple.
can't talk to them.
He breaks grapple, and that jumps us to. Whoop, sorry, Soul.
It's me.
If I had it prepared, I have a spell that's comprehend language.
Yeah, that's what it is. But it doesn't mean we can speak their language.
No, that's what the spell does.
That's
I know.
what makes a lot of noise used.
No. What I'm saying is, I, as a cleric, also have a different spell
Okay.
that
Okay.
allows
Oh, okay.
me to speak and understand.
Why the fuck did you not say this a long time ago?
Really to look it up.
What is wrong with... What is wrong with you, Marcus?
It's like
What is your,
Marcus. What?
what is your game here?
I
Terrible.
only recently looked it up.
Yeah, Lovette has,
We went straight into battle, and I'm like, well, not useful now.
the subtitles right now are just brackets swearing in Gnomish.
swearing in Gnomish.
Markus, I'm gonna need you to be a team player. I'm gonna move over here, and then when I'm over there, I'm gonna try to hit this guy.
Whoa!
Okay.
Alright, so that is a nat 20. It
Yeah.
does not confirm, however. You do hit, though, so go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. Okay. Good old 4
Okay,
damage.
you do 6 damage to Orc-Light Raider 2, taking him to the brink of death. Alright, good stuff, good stuff.
Also, let me clarify. I have a 4th level spell. Sorry. It's called Tongues.
You
Sorry.
can't cast 4th level
It
spells.
doesn't
Exactly.
make any sense either way right now.
Nope.
Alright, that's the end of Soul's
Does
turn
not.
then. So we're going to go to this dude who's just about dead. He's going to try to like move in and do like from a hell's heart I stab at the attack at Markus. Rolls and a miss because these guys can't roll for shit. Markus.
They sent out the like worst. And I was like, you guys haven't done anything.
The one decent guy here is their middle management guy, and he's just been like, more fucking ants? God damn it!
Yeah.
Just every fucking turn. He's this
Makes a lot of
goddamn
noise.
ant.
Every 6 seconds he's bombarded by another ant.
It's just like cleaving his way through them, but damn, there's just always another one. Alright, Markus, you're up.
Oh, I love that. Okay. I am going to... Is that orc right next to me still up?
Yeah, he's alive.
Okay. So, I'm going to bludgeon his head again.
Go ahead.
Oh!
Oh
Are
my
you
god.
Oh my god!
Double 20s!
Double 20s.
What
Alright.
the fuck? We need this for the orc leader!
Alright, hold on. So that's,
really.
Oh my god.
That's so fun.
Ugh.
You have a strength bonus of 0. Yeah, you have a strength bonus of 0. So that's gonna do 12 damage. He dies.
Yeah,
Damn.
doesn't he?
Wait, hold on. It confirms, doesn't it? Don't I get a card at least?
Yeah, the card says he dies.
Okay, that's
Obliterated.
But
That's none.
the bludgeoning on here says he dies. He takes maximum damage. You got a perfect critical. 20/20.
He dies.
He takes
dies.
the maximum possible damage you can deal on your critical, which is 12. He's dead.
You're no fun.
Sure. Alright.
So,
Move?
Markus is helping.
Do you have a move
How
action?
do we kill orc
let's kill an orc leader!
today?
Move action?
Today!
Alright. That's beyond the speed you can move. Yeah, it is. It's time.
Oh, yep.
So, let's wrap this shit up quickly. Markus,
Yes, please.
skipping your turn. Makes a lot of noise. She's trying to make a Daze attack again because it's about all she can do right now. It's successful. Orc leader's dazed for a turn. He can take no actions. Vera, you're up.
Yay!
Alright, I'm gonna summon a swarm.
Okay, you begin
Another
casting
swarm?
Summon Swarm. Humble,
Okay, how
roll a
much
d6.
D6.
Yeah, I know where he is. Roll a d6. Alright, 5 on the Raider leader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Bet, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna
He's finally
run
a
over
heavy, thank god.
this way and shoot him.
Okay, you move over there. Go ahead and roll the attack. Do you have precise shot as his feat? If not,
I don't
give
think
yourself-
so.
No, you don't. So give yourself a -4 to the attack and make the attack.
What is it? If I miss, do I hit the
No.
ant?
Nope.
Okay.
That's what the -4 is about. Alright, that's gonna miss. Alright,
Alright.
Ant is up. He's gonna make an attack. Boom, boom. Both attacks miss.
Oh, shit.
Orc Raider leader is unable to take any actions
Nice.
because he's dazed. So that's
It's
his
my turn.
Soul, you're up.
It is, yep. Alright, gonna go over there.
Alright, move
Gonna
down.
attempt to hit this guy.
Alright. Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Yes!
Confirm critical hit.
Nice.
Jesus
Woo!
Christ, what is going on today?
The
Alright.
dice know we want to wrap it up. They're like, alright, here.
Here, fucking double your fucking 20s.
Thank you, dice gods!
Alright, you throw fucking Symphonia's Wit.
Janie's wit.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage. You get a
Okay.
sapping slash. Double 7s. He's down.
Yes!
You deal 18 damage to the Raider leader and he falls. Okay,
Woo!
so let's close initiatives real quick and
Let's cut
unlock
off some
tokens.
fucking ears!
So yeah, you guys can like hurriedly loot these guys because it
Yes.
looks like there's another team of raiders on their way up.
Let's
They're-
just cut off their ears and go.
Yep.
If they have any sort of like badges or anything, I'll take that. Or any paper anything that would give information about what they're doing.
Okay, so we will start next session with some loot, and then move on from there.
All right.
And we are running with our horses.
Alrighty.
Woohoo!
I cannot believe we survived that.
I can't. It wasn't that bad.
Well, when we
my God,
saw all the
Markus.
orcs, I mean, I was like, we're fucking dead.
I was more worried you were gonna kill. Makes a lot of noise. I was
Yeah,
afraid.
I was too.
I had given up any hope of anyone surviving this.
Lovette,
Before we started it, I was like, nope, this isn't going to end well at all. And that's why Soul wanted to go and just tell everyone to evacuate.
Well, it's not over.
Listened.
It's not over, so, you know, you
Should've
still
listened.
have plenty of chances to die, but you did survive this first raiding party, so that's excellent.
Fuck you, Beardy.
Yeah, so, you know, we'll see where we go from here.
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to Protagonist for the theme music, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Please leave a like or subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and leave a comment if you have any suggestions. Until next time.